some portion of DNA from this source and some portion of DNA from this source is cut and they are ultimately joined together to form a recombinant DNA. So this concept is clear. After cutting by a restriction endonuclease, the nature of the fragments can be of two types. One is the sticky ended fragment and the other may be blunt ended fragment. So these are the two types of fragments that can be generated by cutting with a restriction endonuclease. Focus on these two diagrams. Both of these are DNA fragments which are produced after cutting by a restriction endonuclease. So this fragment, if we look into this fragment, it has single-stranded ends, single-stranded portions at both the ends. Both the ends of the DNA contains single-stranded ends. So this type of fragment is called a sticky-ended fragment. When single-stranded parts are present in a DNA fragment at both the ends, this type of DNA fragments are called sticky-ended fragments. And another kind of fragment is blunt-ended fragments because there is no such single-stranded overhangs at the end of the DNA molecule. So this type of fragment is called a blunt-ended fragment. These are the two different types of fragments that can be produced by a restriction endonuclease. Now, why are these fragments created? These fragments are created for joining with other DNA molecule. As I have already said, two different DNA fragments are combined to form a recombinant DNA molecule. So, which one? The question is, which one is better? Is the sticky-ended fragment better or is the blunt-ended fragment better? So, we should know that this sticky-ended fragment is always preferred over blunt-ended fragment for ligation. Ligation means joining the two DNA fragments together to form a recombinant DNA. For producing the recombinant DNA, sticky-ended fragments are always better. Why it is better? Why is it better? Because sticky-ended fragments have single-stranded overhangs at their ends. And we know that DNA always binds with its complementary strand. But in case of sticky end, this end have only this end is only single stranded. There is no complementary strand for this portion. This portion is lacking its complementary strand. This portion of the fragment lacks its complementary strand. So it will always try to find its complementary strand and bind with it. Because DNA is very much stable when it is bound to its complementary strand. So when the complementary strand for this portion is available, it will readily go and bind with that complementary strand. For this reason, the sticky-ended ligation is always better than blunt-ended ligation. Because in blunt end, there is no such single-stranded portions. So this DNA fragment is very much stable. It will not try to go and bind with some other DNA molecule. This DNA molecule will never go and bind with other DNA molecule from its own because it is very much stable. It has its complementary strand. It is very much stable. There is no need for this fragment to go and bind with other DNA fragment. But in this case, this DNA is slightly unstable because it lacks its complementary strand at the ends. So it will try to go and bind with its complementary strand. For this reason, the sticky-ended ligation is always better than blunt-ended ligation. So for sticky-ended ligation, there are different kinds of enzymes that helps in the sticky-ended ligation process. And it is very much easier than blunt-ended ligation. Only few enzymes are there which can carry out the blunt-ended ligation. Both types of ligations are performed, but it is always better to carry out sticky-ended ligation because of the reason I have just said. What will happen if we obtain a blunt-ended DNA fragment after treating with a restriction endonuclease? We must ligate it to a DNA fragment. The ligation reaction must be done. And for the ligation reaction, this blunt-ended fragment must be converted into a sticky-ended form. Otherwise, ligation cannot occur perfectly or with that much easiness. It is always better to convert the blunt-ended fragment into sticky-ended form before ligation, because if we convert the blunt-ended fragment into a sticky-ended form, ligation reaction can occur with very much ease. Ligation reaction can occur smoothly. So, This is always the aim to achieve a sticky ended fragment after digestion with a restriction endonuclease. And if we not obtain a sticky ended fragment, then the only option is to convert the blunt ended fragments into a sticky ended form before ligation. So there are various ways by which sticky ended fragments can be generated, and we will discuss about the methods of production of sticky ended fragments in the next video. Thank you.